Hello, you joined me here at the Mizuno Fitting Centre at Bearwood Lakes Golf Club near Wokingham, and today we're lucky enough to be getting fitted for a set of Mizuno's new MP25 iron. Now, these irons are Mizuno's fastest selling irons they've ever made. They use boron within the forging process to make the steel stronger, so it means they can make them thinner, feel hotter, but while maintaining that soft feel you expect from a Mizuno forged club. I've been pestering Mizuno ever since to get a set in my bag, and they've finally relented. They've let me come along here today to get fitted for a set by one of their top reps called Simon Keeling. He's one of the top fitters. He's now working on the tour truck, so he's going to take me through Mizuno's DNA fitting system, which is a really cool system whereby it only takes 10 minutes, just 3 golf swings using their shaft optimizer, where they can tell all the different parameters about your golf swing using the shaft data. So things like club speed, the way you load the shaft, the way the shaft kicks through impact. So just 3 swings and they can match 3 different shafts out of 40 options to your game. And what's great about the Mizuno DNA fitting system and the shaft optimizer is that it doesn't matter how well you strike the ball, it's all based on how you swing the club. So if you hit a few bad swings during a fitting, a lot of people tend to get nervous during fittings. It doesn't matter, you can just carry on and use the shaft data. So really excited today, should be a fun day. Also going to use the Mizuno Wedge Optimizer, whereby Mizuno's new S5 wedge, there's 25 different loft options, loads of different grind options as well, so you can find the right wedges for your game. We'll talk about the importance of getting fitted for your wedges at the same time you get fitted for your irons. So as I said, really excited. Let's see how we get on.
Well, the world of custom fitting is a minefield. So what the system does for us is narrow down exactly what the area that we should be looking at. So straight away we can determine how, from the 3 swings that we get, how that person swings the golf club and what loads and forces they put into the shaft. So therefore we can pick out a particular shaft straight away from the vast variety of shafts that we have, but also combining with the information that we get from the shaft optimizer, the recommendation comes from the head as well. So it's a great way of getting the right combination without that tiresome process of spending hours and hours hitting golf balls. I mean, Mizuno's fitting system for wedges is quite a unique system. It involves the software that we've been using today. So based on the information or the head speed that we get from the shaft optimizer, we can predict how far you'll hit your pitching wedge. Based on that, we can obviously determine how far you hit it, and then the gaps that you would need, whether you use 2, 3, 4 wedges, whatever it might be. We can then recommend which particular loft that you put into your bag. But also the fitter will be able to recommend sort of bounce head shape type, so whether it's a teardrop shape or a more rounded head shape. So based on all that information together, we can get a full specification right from your long irons through to your lob wedges.
Okay, so we're all finished up here at Bearwood Lakes Golf Club, just been fitted for a set of Mizuno irons. Gotta say, really enjoyed using the Swing DNA system. I think a lot of golfers, when they get fitted, potentially don't pay too much attention to shaft, certainly can get put off by the amount of shaft offerings that are available, not being too sure about which model will work best for them. But this DNA fitting system from Mizuno, the way that it narrows down the shaft based on how you swing the club, gives you a really good starting point, and from then you can move on to testing models around the recommendations, but also different heads depending on your preference in size and feel. So like I said in the intro, I went in there expecting to get fitted for MP25s, having tested them before, really loved the feel and the forgiveness of them as well in a relatively compact head. But then testing the MP5, which is that channel back design, so it looks like a blade but it's a little bit more forgiving. Certainly didn't feel like the forgiveness levels were much different between that and the MP25. Hit the ball just as far, if not slightly further than my current irons, and the distance was very similar with the MP5 and the MP25. So slightly prefer the look of the MP5, it's a little bit more compact, slightly softer feel as well. So another thing to mention is the Wedge Optimizer from Mizuno. So a lot of golfers don't really understand the importance of getting fitted for their wedges at the same time as they get fitted for their irons, but of course it's extremely important because you don't want to have those uneven gaps in your set, especially at that end of the bag when you're trying to hit those scoring shots where you're trying to get up and down for par or make birdie after a good drive. You know, you really need to be capitalising on your good drives, and if you haven't got even gaps in distance between those wedges in your bag, then you're going to struggle. I carry 3 wedges, so recommended from my 46 degree pitching wedge, a 51 degree wedge, a 56 and then a 60 to make sure I've got even gaps through the set, and that's a really important aspects of getting fitted. It's going to help you score better, and Mizuno certainly do fitting as good as anyone. So if you're looking to get a new set of irons and you want to make sure that they're bang on for your game, certainly come down to one of the Mizuno fitting centres. They're all the way across the country. They use the DNA system as well as the Wedge Optimizer. You're going to get the right set of irons for your game, you're going to get the right shaft, you're going to get the right wedges as well. So check them out if you're in the market for a new set of irons or wedges.